give you more stamina and health, and those you can get more of in the game if you start New Game Plus, I believe.
Okay, so you can handicap yourself with modifiers and shit. Fair. You could probably make it funner. Cause you say inhibitors, you can give yourself more stamina and shit, so like you can run longer.
Yeah, and swing like
Okay, so
Spider-Man longer.
the campaign, are you only survivors?
Sort of.
Sort of. Are you so you're able
I
to be a
mean, your main
killer
character
for
is
once in a
technically a
while?
superhuman because he's part zombie.
That's fair, but like you can be like a killer during the campaign too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of those killers, me personally, the one that looks cool would be the artist. I like the way her arm looks too and how she functions. Can you imagine if she had an increase in stamina or some shit? Or like all the other creepy ass people? I would not like to see him run at me really fast. Fuck off. Or forever. Fair. Yeah, I agree.
Which game? I'm sorry, I was AFK mostly. Which things? Oh, the volatiles. They are, they are vicious. They kill you in 3 hits. But the best way is to just shoot them with a bow and arrow from long range. Yeah.
Piss them off and then to you.
I mean,
They
eventually
get
it
to you,
works.
you die.
Yeah.
Yes, with ranged weaponry. So they die before they get to you.
Oh, that is true.
Well, it's dying light. If they're not intimidating and the game's not scary enough. You know you are. The death of the shit, the death to get stuck in. They'll send it far. If you get stuck, who gets the weapon? They're not in the car. They're all around you, so just take a second. You never get far. I do the Viking Knights and not Spartans, Viking Knights and Samurai. And my problem here is there's no unique fucking people from Greece or Athens.
I'll be back.
He ain't coming back. He's gonna pull Arnold Schwarzenegger and create a whole nother movie. Fucker. Let's get to the chopper and does an Alien vs Predator movie, cause like fuck it, why not? To be honest with you, as an Arnold movie, I think the one where he ended up becoming a superhero in the movie was funny. Really good movie too. What was it? His son, which he didn't really get to meet his family, or he ended up being a substitute teacher, but the other teacher ended up liking him, and his son or something was in school too having issues, so he thought it was kind of interesting, and his dad was the teacher. Ended up becoming his favorite childhood superhero because he was trying to get a toy for Christmas. Yeah, it's so random. Good movie though. I wonder who would win, Dutch or Ripley? Aliens versus Predator. Dutch Vanderlyn is the Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Predator movie when he goes toe to toe with the single Predator after the guys in Hunter and Predator Grounds are all dead. If you ever seen or played the game Hunter Predator Grounds, it takes place in the first Predator movie where they're in a jungle. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger is Dutch in the that game and in the movie. Also, the only human at that point in time to go toe to toe, one on one, against a predator and live. right? But no. Um, yeah, Dutch was the first human to fight the predators, and Ripley, she would have been can't remember the name of the lady, but when you see her face, if you Google her, you'll recognize the actress in an instant. She plays a lot of good roles of crazy people. Ripley is a lady who has an alien embedded in her chest, and she knows it, and she's trying to keep it alive. Eventually, the alien does burst out of Ripley's chest, and I think it becomes the new queen. Which is why she didn't want it to die. Yeah. So like, she is strong enough to hold an alien queen inside her, and Dutch is strong enough to go toe to toe against a predator. I wonder how they do if they fought each other. Alexa, play music by Hootie and the Blowfish. You know what game I would do over and over again with or without New Game Plus? Games where your choices actually alter the story, and if it alters itself to a way you don't like, I will redo the entire story until I change that one
Dying
part
Light
to
2
what
has
I do enjoy.
you get like different. Oh crap!
No.
Like Detroit
that
Become
would be
Human,
one.
how everything can change.
No, never
Dying
played
Light
the game.
2 is the same.
To be honest with you, never played Detroit.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Good
How
game, by the way.
everything can change. I mean, like, what do you mean by how everything can change?
Like you can either end the story like super good, or everything could get blown up. You know.
Oh, I get that. No,
But yeah, Dying Light 2 it doesn't really have a change in the ending, but different characters can survive and stuff like that.
oh. I'm
Luan.
thinking of what game? I'm thinking of a Heavy Rain, but there's an episode, there's a part in that I couldn't tell you, in the investigation, maybe keeping him alive is the reason she stayed alive. There you go, because now she's gonna kill him anyway. And then get... Yes, and now they're both alive. The only two alive, and the one who wants to kill the other is alive.
That's funny.
Yes,
Maybe.
but she still wants to kill him.
Oh yeah, and so they got.
And now they're both alive and free of whatever Dying Light takes place in. Yep. And now they are, and alive. And now one of them's gonna die, and the other's gonna get arrested after they get off whatever place this shithole they're in. Because she still wants to kill him. That's the problem there.
Yeah, so she joined and she just tore into Lexi and just like.
Well, you keep a watch on them like a hawk.
Yeah, it's bad. Well.
Exactly. But since she has the intentions to kill him at some point to begin with, those are still there, and you can presently now know that somewhere down the line she is capable of doing so. And this might.
I feel bad though. I thought we were working past it. Like I thought it would be like.
I'd put her in a straitjacket with a ball and chain somewhere.
It's probably worse because.
And I'd be like, you stay. Here you go. Don't get eaten now. I can't. Oh, by the way, here's a mother. You're gonna complain a lot. I did. Yep, Hannibal Lecter wears a mask over his face because it's to prevent you from eating somebody. Yep, and he can't take the mask off his face because, you know, he's in a straitjacket tied to a bed. Yeah, but he would be willing to eat somebody if to attack them too. I'm not saying she would, but she could still use her teeth to, you know, bite into your throat or something. Don't need your hands to kill someone. Just gotta be mad enough. I could have bought one at a store some time ago. No. Didn't have long enough sleeves.
Of course. The water came in a bottle. You got that water in one of your bottles. I tell Carl about this.
Evan, wait! I swear, I don't even sell water, damn it! Goodbye, Julie.
Oh yeah, it's a white jacket. It has 3 to 4 locks on the front. Yep. Nice. It was a nice looking coat. The cutter, I think I would have probably tie-dyed. And then put patches all over it.
Are you sure? How do you store it? I buy bottles. There's no way it could become contaminated. Not a chance. My supplier Monaco always has.
Maybe it'll play the song thinking. Alexa! Skip!
So, wait, that.
Alexa! Skip! Alexa! Skip! I don't know this one. I don't know. I don't remember movies. Alexa! Skip!
And that's where we don't. I have a plan for how to get there.
It does,
I'll tell you where we can spot.
well, they're just...
Meet me on the roof, near the main metro station.
There's a beat I'm trying to find because I can't remember the name of the song. Alexa! Skip!
almost mellows up that emotion too, so they kind of become lethargic, a little more. Yeah, so you're like, well, maybe she's not even gonna go with Nikki because she hasn't, you know. Oh no. That's hilarious. Who wants me? All night long. Great.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. No one wants you.
Where's the inhibitor? I know it's here somewhere.
Oh, she's in. Oh, yeah.
Probably, could it be? Oh,
Oh, breathing. Oh, feels great. Oh. Yeah, if I don't have a drink, I can't smoke more than 2 to 3 cigarettes at a time. In a row. Oh, and especially without liquor. If I drink, I can drink an entire pack of cigarettes in less than 10 minutes if I try. Yeah. In 10 minutes, I managed to smoke 20 cigarettes. Then I had to turn around and go back to the gas station because I needed a pack of smokes. No. See, smoking is a good example of what alcohol can do for you. I can only smoke 2 to 3 cigarettes while smoking weed like quite a bit in between. If I drink, I could smoke an entire pack of cigarettes in one sitting. Just smoke. And you don't have to smoke either. You can be presently standing near me. I could smoke and you can get cancer. Secondhand smoke's worse than the smoke that goes in my lungs. Let's go with that. You standing near someone who's smoking is a more unhealthier choice on your part than a person smoking to begin with. To not smoke at all is the healthiest choice, but to sit there and breathe in secondhand smoke is worse. Hell, you can develop a thing called COPD, which is a form of lung disease, but basically when you get it, you'll never stop coughing for the rest of your life. Doesn't matter. Really, I cough because I smoke. I would cough the same way as if I was smoking without ever having to smoke for COPD. At that point, for people who do have it, there's no point. It's there for the rest of your life. You can smoke no matter what. It's not going to change anything at that point. No, it's there permanently. It'll get worse as you get older. It'll only start off for smokers who don't have it, who get it, don't end up stopping their smoking habits usually. There's no point. They're going to cough for the rest of their life like a smoker. Most people get throat cancer.
I wonder what happened to Japan.
It will eventually kill the area that allows you to breathe properly. So what they do is they get a hole in the throat. It's called a stoma. At that point, that's the only way they can breathe. They don't use their mouth to breathe oxygen. They use the hole in their neck. Yep. They also cannot use their mouth to smoke a cigarette. I mean, they can, but they'd have to cover the hole. Or you can use the hole. It is a choice at that point. Yep. It would be, but that's also, for them, they feel uncomfortable about it too, because people will keep judging them about it. So they usually keep it covered. Yep. Honestly, if I had a stoma, I would probably just have a bunch of tubes hooked up to it. To be honest with you. Because I like the Scarecrow from Batman, to be honest with you. And when he eventually died and got succumbed to his own gas, he ended up with a gas mask set of tubes around his throat. It would have been during Batman Arkham Knight, if you actually played the game. Yep. He made the Scarecrow fear what he feared the most. Yes. What do you fear the most? And he got to see everything that he's done to others. But in doing so, he ended up needing a gas mask in his throat. Yeah. Not entirely bats, mostly owls. Yeah, because he conquered them all. Because he technically, the bats were an issue. It was because he was a child at the time, when he discovered that there was a natural formed cave underneath his mansion. It was nothing but filled with bats in the dark. And that's what terrified him the most. So he released a load of owls into the cave, because bats are prey to an owl. The owls ended up driving the bats out of his cave, but staying inside, and they're more aggressive than the bats to begin with, so now he had a new problem. He got rid of his fear, but created a problem that made him mad. Here's a fun fact, the Court of Owls exists. They're the Gotham City's Illuminati. Every single concept in the game, they have some degree of tinkering with the issues. For example, in Wayne Industries, on the 13th floor, inside the walls, is a room dedicated to the Court of Owls. Bruce didn't know that it existed. That's how good they are hiding their shit. they managed to actually complete and succeed where Mr. Freeze failed. They can freeze a corpse and unfreeze it without damaging the human being whenever they want. So they can bring back assassins known as Talons 100 years ago considered dead. And they'll come back to life like nothing happened. Yeah, at one point they tried to recruit Bruce into their court. He rejected them. Yep. So now he's trying to attack in secret. Technically, everything that Batman's doing is eventually going to lead him to fight against the Court of Owls and tries to shut them down without a full confrontation. But a full confrontation happens no matter what. At that point, every Talon that has ever been frozen becomes unthawed and is released in Gotham. All except for the Butcher. He was kept on ice until required. Yes. Literally. Their veins were blue. That's how you know they were frozen. But the Butcher, he will kill his target, like his assassin target, but he'll kill like 20 people in between, just for fun. Yeah, he is basically like the Jack the Ripper. Eventually, though, he will get to his target and kill his assassin target and complete his contract. It's just his contracts aren't as clean as the rest of the other talents. If you're an obstacle, you're dead. And he had a lot of obstacles apparently, and he didn't really take kindly to orders. You point him in the direction of his target and tell him to kill them, and you just kind of have to let him do what he does, and he'll eventually kill them. The problem is, you're gonna have a lot of other dead corpses on your hands. Yeah. Unforgiven. But they eventually, the Court of Owls released every Talon they had on ice to attack Gotham City. At that point, it became an all-out war between the Bats and the Owls. And since the Talons are already dead corpses who don't necessarily die, it's really hard to kill them. Because they're already dead. That's what makes the best assassin is one who can't feel the pain you inflict upon them, because the nerve system, the pain receptors, they're all dead. The best assassin is one who can't feel shit. But throughout that concept, one of the Talons ends up joining the Bat side of the war, which became a great help because he too can't feel pain. He's only sad because his family was murdered after he became a Talon. So he wanted revenge for that. But yeah, Batman, Batwoman, Batgirl was the Oracle at the time, all the Robins, they all ended up fighting in an open war on the street, day in and day out. It wasn't just at night. At that point, Batman did fight during the day. And I think Alfred used the suit that would help fight. Yeah, well, he also used the suit that was developed to fight Superman. So like they all helped. Another person that helped Batman find and infiltrate the Court of Owls Sanctum, where all the Talons were originally hidden, is Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze, or Victor Fries, as his name was before he froze. Fries was spelled his chemical compound to freeze a corpse. He injected himself with it, and it didn't kill him. He got madly depressed, and I think he wanted to die. But also, his entire experimentation project on the cryo was taken away from him. Because the company he was working for found his obsession on it was borderline and on being crazy. So they took away everything from him. And all he wanted to do, because he accidentally froze, to him it's his wife. For some who read it, she doesn't actually know who the fuck he is. but she got frozen and she can't be unthawed by his serum, and it's driving him fucking insane. The Court of Owls managed to figure out how a serum functions to freeze and unfreeze a corpse without damage or death occurring to them. Mr. Freeze ended up hitting himself with a serum that well, technically she actually had the serum in her hand as a combination. She knew the combo to unthaw it, but she actually, thinking correctly, injected herself with the serum that permanently froze her. He's trying to figure out how to unthaw her, but she also apparently already knew. If you read, not 100%, but yeah. Yeah, he's gone through a lot of different formulas of trying to freeze and unfreeze people. Every formula he creates that's new ends up going into his gun, and he goes on the street and tests it on a human subject. Every time, it's something new. Every time, it backfires. I asked somebody, they recommended Blood Rush and Condition Overload. Well, with Condition Overload, the statuses doesn't really matter too much. Well, it hits hard a lot, but I built mine for the heavy attack. So, kill and blow, 120% melee damage on heavy attack. That also increases heavy attack wind-up speed. I guess Organ Shatter, because you don't need it to go by any faster with Amalgam. Organ Shatter is 3 capacity less than the Amalgam Organ Shatter. And it gives you a hell of a lot more critical damage. For attack speed purposes, I will use Gladiator Vice. And higher attack speed is necessary. I prefer a 140 though. Quickening would be nicer due to the attack speed and combo count chance to get a 12 times multiplier for your attack faster. But Gladiator Vice's set bonus for the critical chance increase per combo count is more useful. Because I also Gladiator Might. And then those two Gladiator mods work really well. And then from there, go Condition Overload. Weeping Wounds if you want, but I preferred Carnage Mandible for slash and status chance. If you don't use Naramon or any reason, I recommend a Drifting Contact for the extra combo variation. As well as status chance. A type of element, because you should use the 266s for your status chance increase as well as giving yourself a damage boost. I think I have Viral and Heat on my site. I might switch it to a Corrosive, to be honest with you. But I'm thinking. But that's also only because with the site, I also might use it with Sarin a lot as well. And she does Corrosive and Toxin as a status to Condition Overload. While the Sea-Doo Condition Overload grants you 10 different statuses to go towards Condition Overload to begin with as a shotgun. That too needs to be on your loadout if you're going to use Condition Overload. If not, a weapon that procs a lot of statuses real fast is necessary. The compressor is a good secondary to use as well. One bullet is 4 bubbles of viral procs. So if you can increase the multi-shot and the fire rate to some degree, you can get 10 stack viral on enemies in the room using the secondary. Then you don't need viral on the sword, because you'll already get the full damage buff to the health from the viral proc in max stats. And the viral on the compressor goes towards, Condition Overload. But now I have a question, is viral a static element on the compressor? Or is it toxin? Like, is viral, like, in the bubbles, like, as an element that's on it? Yes. What's on it as an element? At base, without any elemental mods, I guess. I need to... Yes. Because I need to know. Because any weapon that has viral, specifically, can have corrosive and heat added to it. Yeah. That's why I like to play Crit Pack. I made it into a corrosive viral heat weapon. It's a bubble gun. Well, I'm asking because in its label for it says it shoots viral and laced bubbles, or virulent laced bubbles. But virulent is a mod for toxin as well. So. Because yeah, if you can give anything that has a large amount of statuses, it would benefit to increase it on your weapons and use them first, and then just tap circle afterward, so you don't have to hold triangle to take out your melee. Then you can also put corrosive on it as well, because the viral element won't get removed. No, you literally put the two elements to corrosive on it. If it has viral, it won't get separated into two different elements. It can't. The same goes for the play Crit Pack. Starts off with viral. You cannot remove that from the weapon, so I can have corrosive, heat, and viral. Health and armor stripping in one weapon. The Zodiac Contagion. Awesome. That was the whole purpose for it. Because if the compressor has viral and it doesn't get separated, you can add two more statuses to it. To lower armor completely, and their health. Just by shooting a bubble in their face. And then if you use dryer with the electric static, you can do that too. And since it has viral, corrosive, and heat with its elements, and if you use a siren, you can just give yourself corrosive. And is it viral to begin with though? Without any mods. Then you can have corrosive and heat added to it. And that's 3 statuses to go towards condition overload. And plus the statuses from the Sea-Doo. Multi-shot is really all you require. Alt fire, shoot a glaive. It bounces 11 times. It bounces 11 times. Each hit to an enemy can give you a toxin, fire, electric, or cold proc. Those are all damage to condition overload. And all you did was fire the glaive. The shotgun might kill them, but in the beginning, but on Steel Path, it will never kill them. Ever. It will only do enough damage to proc the statuses on them. From there, all I do is war cry and swing the sword sight from now. And the 12 times multiplier. The war cry is gonna slow them down anyway. If you really hate people, use condemn over war cry. Just chain the entire hallway and go through it. The puncture proc from the site comes from the L2 forward circle combo. You will jump in the air and leap and stab a blade into the ground, causing a shockwave that knocks enemies on the floor as you rip the blade out of the ground. It does a puncture proc. Just so you're aware, and it's a good little leap attack. If you use the Broken War, it has the same kind of combo attack in that aspect. Cause that one, I think I'm using Crimson Dervish. It is, you jump and you stab the ground, and it does more damage than the actual combos itself. And then yeah, heavy attack, because you turns out you take the scythe, spin it once behind you, and you swing it in a forward whirlwind motion, so you hit the enemy 3 times. That heavy attack times 3 will get 120% meaty damage and kill and blow. It'll also utilize a 12 times multiplier for all 3 hits. Yay! And then, I guess as a Raven, I'm thinking of one that's kind of like my dual combos. Crit damage and status chance as well as crit chances. All I really require. Without a drifting contact, it'll require 4 status element mods. I think to get to 100%. Well, to get way above 100%. It should get to 220 almost. I started off with a pressure point, condition overload, and blood rush on my build first before I started fucking with the status chance and multiplier. For the
Hey Dragon, I
multiplier,
just took out 2
better
volatile
multiplier
melee weapons.
first. Nice. That's a blast, eh? Yeah. Top row I've noticed on the Hespark site is gonna be basically your status element mods and shit. The bottom row on the site is gonna be your basic mods that shouldn't be removed to begin with. If you want to label it in a simple way of remembering. Random thought though, if you don't want to use status chance to a high degree, just get a Weeping Wounds. Max it out, put it on, and get a 12 times multiplier and you'll have 100% status chance to begin with.
Yeah. Nice.
Zombie apocalypse comes, he'll become the new Rob Zombie. His name's Robert. Shortest version of saying Robert is Rob. And then Robbie is shorter, but not as short as 3 letters. Not a good play on words. What would his occupation be? He'd be a robber. Haha. Sweet. Hey, stupid random thought. This Iron might have Jason Voorhees in it.
That'd be interesting. They did make a Friday the 13th inspired poster for Dying Light 2.
Do they have Freddy in there?
No. They do have spiky brass knuckles and stuff like that, though.
They should make a horror movie a form of an event. Like Friday the 13th could be its own. But I'm thinking too, after they have the 2 events with Elm Street with Freddy and Jason, they can do the Freddy versus Jason as the main event to unlock shit for your killers and or survivors. While 2 iconic killers go about trying to kill each other within your own map. Help one kill the other while another killer is trying to kill you to begin with. During the event, the main killer you will be is Freddy Krueger, while another person becomes Jason, and you have the 4 survivors. I would like to know how Freddy would get to kill you though in Dying Light, as he kills you in your dreams. Like, can he just put you to sleep somehow? And would that be his chance to kill you? I'd be terrified. But it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. And then maybe for like shits and giggles, a little more entertaining one if they can use Ghostface, because like he's a little more entertaining and killing people. Gotta love those phone calls, right? Right? And Dying Light, if you answer the phone, sometimes you may not have a choice. That triggers where your location is, and it allows them to kill you. That'd be great. There's a grudge in that game. The grudge. The lady that crawls out, well actually the grudge is the black. I'm thinking of the ring. He crawls out of the well within the TV and you got 7 days until you're dead. And at that point she'll crawl out of your TV. It's fucking creepy. Yeah, the Chinese or Japanese version of that movie is scarier. Much, much scarier. Look, they focus more on zombies in Cold War, to be honest with you, over the other concepts. But they only improved the zombies in Cold War because that's what the community kind of asked for over the course of the other Call of Duty games. And they were just getting kind of bored with yes. They were getting bored of just doing waves after waves after waves of killing enemies on the same map. So eventually they gave it somewhat a storyline. Oh, I know that one. Think about that Halloween time, there was an execution you can get that involved a hellhound. So see, my issue with Call of Duty is never like zombies. And as a first person shooter, Call of Duty is not a franchise of a game I would play. Too simple. I do hardcore mode, so it gets rid of your entire universal interface. That's tough. See, I like Battlefield because you can camp in a building only once. I can blow open the wall you're camping in. So there you go, you can't camp anymore. And if you're camping in a building, if I plow through all 4 walls from the bottom, that building collapses in on itself. You no longer get to use the building. Exactly, you can no longer use the building. Some areas you can camp in and the building is completely destructible. I'll fire a rocket at it. All you'll see is fucking wood boards and a dead person on the floor. Fly in the sky. Freaking great. The problem in that game too is most weapons that are like automatics and that are hit scan with still bullet velocity drop. So the further the distance, that's when it becomes a projectile and starts to just kind of hit the floor. Sniper rifles, the rangefinder is necessary to use, and sniper rifles don't fire hit scan. They fire a projectile, so you can dodge when you hear the sniper round. Literally, you can just crouch and the bullet can go over your head. As soon as you hear the gunshot, go prone, and you'll be fine. The 50 cal is known as the anti-material rifle. In Battlefield, it's called the AMR. Bolt action is a one-shot punch through cockpits of jets and helicopters. It's also an instant kill. It can only be found on the battlefield. You cannot bring it into war as a loadout weapon, like the Chronic 50 cal would be in Warzone. That would be your anti-material rifle, and I bought it. And now I can bring it into any match. No. In Battlefield, the AMR is found on the battlefield, and then it has limited amount of ammo. A bipod actually makes your weapon 100% stable, no recoil ever again. You use an LMG, you can bipod it on the side of a windowsill or go prone and activate the bipod.
Hans?
Honestly, I think if there was a zombies event on Halloween in Battlefield, it would be even more terrifying because eventually there's gonna be no building for you to hide in. They'll all collapse. It would be fucking terrifying. There's one map I enjoyed the most, called Operation Firestorm. You're in the middle of like an open desert somewhere with a few mountain ranges with a fucking oil rig power plant. The safest place would be the fire tower until somebody goes to the bottom, hits a button, and turns it on, and you get incinerated. That entire area overrun with zombies would be terrifying because you'll see them for miles beyond the horizon.
Water he got from Julian. It might be contaminated.
And it's just little things.
At this, the military tower, a few hundred
And then
meters
there's I think it was a recon. As a sniper, you can place down a satellite beacon that becomes a mobile respawn beacon. So when you die, you can spawn at your location where you were camping at as a sniper. The only thing is you spawn in a parachute mode, so you have to land on the roof before you get shot out of the sky. And then you're good. Yeah, I enjoyed that game because it was just a little bit of a bigger war zone of a concept for fighting people. But I also played a game that was like Battlefield but with Call of Duty mechanics, but objective-wise it was about as big as a Battlefield game. If Battlefield and Call of Duty had a baby, it would have created a PS3 game. Yeah, I enjoy capturing the flag, but like, when you capture zones, and there's not just 3, there's like 8, and it's a lot harder to do. Also, I got to napalm people, that was fun. And cruise missiles, those are awesome. Yeah. Massive action game, and you can choose to be a commander of the entire army for the match, which means you will be the one in charge of every single person on your team. There's about 100 people for you to control. Each is split into a platoon. One platoon is 4 squads, and each squad is 4 to 5 people. You're in charge of all 4 platoons. You also can buff certain ways of your people. You can tell your entire army which objectives to go to. You can tell each individual platoon where to go. And when they get killed and you do a better job and capture objectives and complete objectives, you can nuke people to an extent with just missiles and fucking bombard them. Sometimes napalm is just really fun. I think I'm capable of killing my own teammates, so like, but when you just napalm an area, it's whatever. If I kill 2 of my own people in 40 or 4 of the enemies, I'm fine. Did you have like a snack or two? What is Zayna? Say feed on the mice, eh? Okay. Well, luckily they're dead to our knowledge.
Different than skills and stuff not getting cleaned up. Like sound volume down 1.
Was it just like regular bread or garlic?
Bagel.
Oh, bagel. I didn't even guess that. Dude. That would have smelled funny being put in the toaster. Sarah's bagels always smell so horrible when they're being made. It smells so funny.
Great. Another water thief. Just what I need. Between thieves and infected, I'll be out of business soon.
I'm here because a guy named Julian claims you sold him poisoned water.
I didn't poison anything. All right?
Julian claims otherwise.
Sure. Listen to the guy who sold me flour mixed with plaster. If you're not the thief, how are you with infected? I need to get rid of those things that are down there. If not, I'm done here. Poison water or not.
Okay, I'll get rid of the infected, and you tell me what happened. Deal?
Sure. Deal.
Did Vanna come with you? Okay.
Make way, kid.
Okay, you're safe. Now, what's the story with the water?
Wait. So you really are one of those fucked up pilgrims.
Fucked up.
Now we're safe. Goddamn fucking criminal. Or pretty
Oh.
damn fucked up to drag your ass hundreds of miles through a world full of virus. Fucked up in a good way, of course.
So, what about the water?
There ain't nothing wrong with my water.
The man at the bazaar was poisoned. He'll be blamed if he dies.
Ah. Damn it. Okay. It was an accident. Okay? An accident. It's because of these goddamn thieves.
Thieves?
They're always stealing my water. I can't take it anymore. So I decided to set the trap.
Do you deliberately poison the water to kill the bandits?
Not quite. At least I didn't mean to. A while ago, I killed this viral that came crawling in here. And the fucker fell straight into a tub. The whole tub fucking ruined. Then I got this idea. Why don't I teach these bastards a lesson? So I filled some bottles with the zombie water, sent them out where they'd be easy to see. They were never supposed to make it into the bazaar. Guess I was sauced up and accidentally sold a few bottles to Julian. Look, I'll give you all the flour I got. I'll even throw something extra. Just don't tell anybody. I'd be ruined.
Just be honest and tell your story to the bazaar. It was an accident.
You nuts? No one would buy even a drop of water from me ever again.
I won't let Julian hang for something he didn't do.
Fuck Julian. I got my own skin to save. So that's a story you ain't going to
Awesome, that's
tell.
sticky. So gross. Alright, we have a Haro part now. We need 2 more. And I can have a Haro set of it. I think I need to get rid of I need a blueprint. Gotta figure it out. I have a blueprint now, so I might as well get the other 2 parts. I need more standard. Oh, this side. Aw, what time is it?
10:03.
Okay. Seven hours. Oh, and then tomorrow, 8 until 6 again. And get my lazy. I need to scroll it 2 more times. Okay. Oh, whoa. Actually, it's not as bad out here. Okay. Kind of cold there. Oh. Yes, that's fine. Oh. Yeah. Come across the maze, but I need another thing. Okay. Stuff that in there. And then hopefully there we go. And then this can go into the garden. And this goes in my pocket. And there's only 2 fishes apparently, both useless. Trying to do a couple steel path machines that have 7 X. So the resets us today. And then at least 3 mobile defense. I don't know about the sabotage, fuck that. $15,000 and 6,000. Over here. Oh, here. Hello. Here. There we go. Alright. And the head start. I'm actually might change that name. Holy shit, I'm missing the mud. Dope. Okay, so I have 10. Never know. 90/60 status checks. Oh. Okay. Now, that gets the status chance up to there. But,
5 years of learning and all for nothing. Aiden! What's going on?
up to 4.2 is 90,
Bevan's husband is dead.
60,
Julian's
is
been accused of murdering him
3.5.
by poisoning his water.
So,
Aiden,
keep it at that.
tell
And
them it
then,
wasn't me.
Julian is innocent. A viral fell into his supplier's storage tub. The guy drunkenly
I don't
sold
have
Julian
that on
contaminated water.
Is this
It
stuff?
wasn't a murder.
You'd swear to that before the Bazaar Council?
Yeah,
Where's that supplier? He's going to stand trial in...
Marco is dead. I killed him.
And my job here is done.
It's okay. I
If we
forgive
need
you.
that,
That
do
scum
that
Marco
quick.
got what he deserved. Thank you, Aiden.
keep that there.
Half of my flour is yours.
Yeah,
And
the
this
flour
is a
mixed with
5.
plaster.
Huh?
Well, that goes to a 60.
No. Where'd you hear that? Oh,
And then I go
yeah,
here.
so once, but yeah, you know.
Cost of dripping contact.
keep the plaster.
That goes to a
Just pay me,
72
we'll
with
be
a
even.
67.
All right.
The damage
I'll
stays
tell
as
Bevan what
solid.
happened.
Yeah. Oh. So. The next one, 90%. If we remove that, yeah, 61. That goes to 86. In general, it's a 72. It's 22 seconds for the combo duration. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Snap a buzzkill, and that is with an 8. So, for 50, 61, with a 75. And then, it's not entirely that bad. Oh, yeah. But the better also doesn't have a hat. That will go to a 92. And that would get to a 95. And then total damage is 2,220. Okay, so
Hakon.
You're a better climber than one crazy girl I used to
16k
know.
on that, or
She was something. She even wanted to climb the tallest building in the city, the VNC Tower.
Was she one of your wives?
Almost.
we got a
Too hot tempered,
17,000.
even for my tastes.
And then
What about this passage to the center?
Right. Look, from this roof, you can clearly see the Peacekeeper's base.
106.8 more damage.
Wait, you brought me here to take a look at the Peacekeepers?
The PK are your ticket to the center. I told you the only way to get there is through the
And
metro
110
tunnels.
armor
I'll go
increase,
inside and draw their attention away from
speed
the
increase 64,
Then you enter the
and then I
metro
get to the
technical
murder.
station. There's an airlock
There.
there. We'll take it together
Okay,
to the central loop.
I require
We
release.
can't just ask them to let me through?
No chance.
No.
Right now, each new face they see belongs to a suspect in their commander's murder. They know
Yeah.
me. I trade with them sometimes. I deliver lamps from the girls, or goods from dark zones. There might be a few infected there. Nothing a pilgrim can handle, though. When you get to the main station, let me know. Now you better get some sleep. You'll head out at night, when there's less infected in the tunnels.
A rolling guard, 100 plat. I have a rolling guard. I could sell him for 100 plat.
What does it look like?
No, not a big one. Extremely fast.
Probably a bolter.
Control
You
the
can find some
feedback.
interesting stuff on them.
I will
But
be
catching
right
one
back.
requires
I'm
serious
gonna
hunting skills.
grab my travel.
Now is not the best time for this
Make a
station.
coffee.
Head
Have
for the tunnels.
nuts. Yeah. I'll be back in a moment. I'm gonna charge my controller for a bit.
find the tunnel.
Okay. Now watch out for the infected. There might be a few, or a few dozen. I'm already in the PK base. I'll throw a UV flare through the vent, and you'll see how to get to the main station.
Hakon, I got to the flare.
Look around. The technical tunnel to the main station should be well lit. I've already lured the guards upstairs. I'll chat them up when you get inside.
Oh, shit. Hakon, situation here. Hakon.
inside?
5 packs. Think about it, and I'll be right back.
I'm on the platform.
Open the airlock. I'll be there in a second.
Damn.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Where did he come from?
He was wandering through the tunnels. Fucking bizarre riffraff.
More like a renegade spy.
Doesn't look like a renegade.
He's awake. What were you doing at our base?
I'm only trying to get to the city center.
The center? The tunnel's gonna be closed until you hand over Lucas's killers. Bizarre scum. How is it that you lot saw nothing? Maybe we'll stop. What will you do to go?
I'm a pilgrim. 4 days ago, I was 100 kilometers away.
Enough, Anderson. We need the truth. You won't get it through coercion.
But Commander Lucas always
is
said...
dead, and now I'm in command. You've read the reports? A pilgrim appeared in the bazaar yesterday. Looks like he's not lying. Lick, where did you come from?
From Crossdale River.
That's over 1,500 kilometers from here.
It's actually more than 2,000. The freeway bridges collapsed. There are no straight paths.
And you managed to make it so far away. Impressive. What's it like out there these days?
What's it like outside the walls? You never know where danger's gonna come from. Always new territories, new threats.
And you came here to take shelter?
I came here because I'm looking for someone.
Oh.
And a lot of people are said to have survived in Villador.
You're looking for someone? Maybe I can help you, but not for free.
I'm used to trading. What do you need?
No nonsense. That's good. The tunnel will be closed until I find our commander's murderer, Commander Lucas. His body was found in the bazaar, horribly mutilated.
No, I put them in the
People of
bag.
the bazaar aren't making this easy. They're proud and loyal.
Make sure
They
you don't have
refuse
weed
to
in
turn
the
anyone
pot.
in. But Commander has
don't.
lost his patience. I have orders from the top, Pilgrim. If the inhabitants of Old Villador continue to revolt, our army will come here and burn the bazaar to the ground. Now, I'd rather avoid that.
What do you need from me?
Lucas had... This is the... It's what...
What is the worst that can happen? Oh. On the way to the relay. No.
Yeah, Hakon. You there?
Aiden, buddy. Good you're alive.
Yeah? I got caught and questioned.
Good. They didn't kill you. Meet me outside.
Oh, they'll beat the crap out of it.
Oh my god! This is so good. It's like $16. Or I guess it's empty bottle. Well, tell my stupid siblings to stop bothering me.
Especially being mean.
Go anywhere, you better make sure you say goodbye. I know,
I gotta ask, did you happen to bring a charger upstairs? No, it's okay. But those are in mine now. Oh.
So we can go to Emily because that's her yet. But you also said your dad is busy. Yes, I know.
And I could get that little thing in the corner? Okay, so that's her virtual item.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there's that. Whoa, I almost did that. Half a sec. There we go. Yeah, so. Oh. Okay. Okay. What is the offhand so I get what I'm looking for? Very low. Six choices and one of them's a formal. I can either get the Valkyrie chassis, Sarin blueprint, or an Akana blueprint. Alright, I'm just trying to get rich here. I have a question. John, do you have any relics of Sarin's Neuroptics? She's come out a couple of times. Yes, dude. Inquire Neuroptics data. And buy the chassis. And if I sell it for 150, I still make a profit. And someone will buy it because this is much cheaper than 200. You can probably get away with 180, to be honest with you. Yeah, currently I have a relic to Valkyrie's chassis. I might get this arm blueprint too. I might get an Akana blueprint. I kind of hope not. I might get really unlucky and get a form or the silver drop as well. This is phone probably was charged. I need to Google Valkyrie's price. I might just buy all the chassis and then sell them all.
I don't believe the commander was killed by anyone from the bazaar. Who else would want him dead? Fuck no. Lucas is a real hard. Guy like that, bound to have that.
So people are trying to sell the Hespar ribbon for 1,000 flat at this, so if I can get to 500 and I'll just throw 300 out there for fun. Somebody who's just unavailable who doesn't know what the fuck it is will sell it to me. The 300's a big number.
Homes, huh? If everyone is so innocent, then there'd be nothing to hide.
Keep your brutes away from our homes.
You didn't. So,
You said you built the Hespar too. It wouldn't hurt to go do the mission on the Zerman to get another blade. You're gonna sell it to someone for 50 flat. And take whatever they offer on it ain't 20 or you'll be fine. And then go do it again the next day and hopefully you get another blade. And then you can get some fat here. But people really seem to not want to farm it. You gotta ask, for the Hespar's handle, where is that farmed from? I know, but where is it farmed from? It's the same one as the blade found in. Okay. I see what they did.